Hi folks, good evening. It's Charlie. I'm in Brackenhill Park. Some of you will know it. It's actually a really beautiful park and has really kept me going during this lockdown. Partly because some of the views are very surrounded. All you can see is trees and sort of meadow type areas. So I'm in a meadow type area which is surrounded by trees and it's really beautiful. These, I guess these are a kind of pelargonium. They're really beautiful, and the aroma, they're actually much more blue. Don't know if I can adjust that at all. Get them looking a bit more blue. That's kind of more the colour they really are. And it's nearly sunset. Well, a few hours off. And it smells incredible. I can feel the damp in this area because it's quite grassy and there's a lot of vegetation, and now it's evening. It feels nice and cool. Anyway, I thought I wouldn't do a video from my yard. I'd try and get out, so that's what I've done, and I hope this finds you well. And if you're a repeat listener, it would be really great to hear from you. If you have enjoyed these videos, if you're new, it's also great to hear from you. You can hear some of the evening bird song, which is just gorgeous. And I'm currently sat right next to a thistle, so I can feel that. Anyway, so I thought what I would do is probably focus on connect. It's a really big theme at the moment, so the idea of connecting somehow to ourselves, to the nature that's around us, to each other, to the bigger questions of society, what we're going to do ourselves to contribute, what we are doing, how we're doing it. So I think one of the bigger aims of Horton Community Farm, and the Mindfulness Garden in particular, is to connect people. So we've always been volunteer-led and community-led, and I've read a few things lately about what is community, whose definition of community, and it's a term that's quite sort of loosely used, isn't it, really? Because we all have, well, most people, maybe not everybody, are connected to others and groups and communities. And in theory, projects like Horton Community Farm, the theory is that it's a community farm and it's there for everybody. So whichever group or community you do connect to, the idea is that the farm is a space that's there for you, where you can connect with other people from other groups that you might not normally interact with, and also obviously connect to nature. So the sun's going down. It's really rather lovely red colour over there. I might have to jiggle a bit, sorry, because I'm crouched down and I'm probably going to have to find a place to properly kneel down. There we go. But yeah, you get to see a bit more of the sunset. It's absolutely gorgeous colour in the sky over there. You can actually see the blaze of the sun. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. So yeah, the questions of community, whose community, what is community, how to connect, why do it? In my view, we need community, we need each other. I think this epidemic has shown us that the more community, the more people can come together, the better off we are. So how to do it? One of the things I've been learning over the last few months, partly through the practices of the Mindfulness Garden, nature connection and mindfulness, what I've been learning is to slow down, to find time each day to connect, to not be caught up in the humdrum of I've got to do this, I've got to do that, the list of to-dos, but to actually take time to look beyond ourselves, to look a bit further afield, and literally to come out for a walk and look at a field. Yeah, and just and to, I guess, to really value the small connections, you know, the text that we might, or the WhatsApps that we might have with a neighbour or a friend. I mean, we may not live with people all the time, and we may not see them for weeks, if not months, as has been the case lately, but you know, knowing, hopefully for most people, that there are people there we can rely on. And certainly I've seen groups of people who, you know, don't know the people that they're helping and supporting, but, you know, people are willing. You know, plants, yes, they have communities where, you know, certain things are more likely to be together. But, you know, seeds fall where they fall, don't they? So, you know, so plants make communities. Plants are connected in different ways, above ground, below the soil, in terms of the chemicals that they use and release into the soil. I've just got some people passing by here, so I might just be quiet for a second, or even say hello. Hiya. So yeah, so sometimes it's the little things. I think the permaculture principle, small and slow solutions, like I spoke about before. I've actually found sometimes I don't want to be on social media. I'm tempted to leave Facebook. However, it's being able to say happy birthday to someone at a distance, send someone a message of encouragement, share a few pictures, receive people's appreciation. You know, it's they're seemingly small things, but I have to say, being connected over the internet, being able to share this video, for example, you know, all these things are important. And in the same way, what we're teaching with the nature connection is, you know, it's important to look at a leaf, it's important to look at a flower, you know, look at that beauty in there. Quite incredible, the colours, the contrasts, you know, the sound of the wood pigeon behind. I suppose what I'm saying is, when we stop to take notice and to deliberately try and connect to the other beings around us, you know, we suddenly open ourselves up to a world of riches. And like I've said in many videos, it's not about negating other things that are difficult or painful, sadnesses or anger, but actually this is where we can recharge. So, I recently heard about the idea of well-being batteries. You know, so the idea that we have so many batteries and we have to keep them charged. And sometimes I don't like sort of electronic metaphors for natural beings. You know, we are natural beings. However, we live in a modern era, and I think for a lot of us it is a good analogy. You know, it's one that's useful to, easy to understand. You know, we have so many batteries, we need to keep them charged. So yeah, so anyway, I hope that the videos are still connecting for some people, and that you find them useful, and that you know, you find something in them that does help you recharge or stay connected. So it might be the colours, the patterns, it might be my voice, it might not. Just got someone passing again. And it's not about me, it's not about these videos, it's really more about sharing tools and techniques. So you might find you enjoy going out yourself to make little videos for your own pleasure, or to share with friends, or taking photographs, or just being outside at dusk, seeing the sunset. I don't know, despite living in what people call a deprived area, and yes, I have found it hard being in the inner city area for months, you know, without going anywhere until Saturday. I went for a 20-mile bike ride, but it was the first time I'd left the city centre for 3 months. despite that, I found plenty of places I could connect to and people I could connect to, and I am privileged, and I'm grateful to be able to share that, and I hope that all of you, wherever you are, you can find something of beauty to connect to, and someone to connect to, because I think really the message is that these are the things that make life better. So in some ways a simple message. Seek out the things that make you happy, in the sense of being really connected, that don't do you harm. Seek out things that help you feel good about yourself, about your surroundings, and about the other beings that are there, whether it's the animals or other people. Okay, well, that's enough from me for today. Lots of love wherever you are and however you are. Bye for now.